Hey everybody, welcome to Icewater Yoga. My name is Joe Pace. Today's class, we're going to do a pretty energizing breath. This is a great energy booster, in my opinion, way better than a cup of coffee or whatever, any energy drink. It's my preference. So it's known as Kapalabhati, and there's a lot of different ways to do this. You often hear it described as fire breath or fire breathing. No fire involved, but it's called fire breathing, or skull shining breath. I actually prefer skull shining because that's actually the way I feel at the end of it. It feels like a very light feeling, not lightheadedness, but feeling light overall throughout the body and in the mind space. So back to the point of lightheadedness. If you do experience any lightheadedness as you do this breathing technique, please do stop the moment you start to feel lightheaded. It is not worth pushing through. Don't worry about pushing through it. It's definitely not what we're trying to do here. But it is something to play with and something to learn. So if you're looking for a little bit more energy, if you're looking to feel a little bit more fired up, if you're looking to use your breath in a natural way and start to learn how to use your diaphragm, we can do this. Great as a warm-up for any sort of physical activity you're going to do, whether it's a sport, a run, a cycle, whatever, a CrossFit, whatever you do, this is a great energy boost and a really natural one. So before we do anything, please find a comfortable seat. So I'm sitting in a chair. It's a great option. Any comfortable seat where you can have your knees right over your ankles and just sitting comfortably with a nice, even and tall spine. You can bring your hands to your knees, and we'll actually take either hand, right to the belly, right to the center of your abdomen. Okay, and we're just going to inhale nice and light through the nose. So inhale should fill up your belly, and then exhale, the belly should come in. Inhale, belly fills up. Feel your hand rise. Exhale, keep the hand in touch with the abdomen. The belly sinks. Inhale. Exhale. So feeling the movement of the belly. As we inhale, the lungs expand and press our internal organs outward. As we exhale, there's more space for the internal organs because the lungs are contracting, and now we can contract our abdomen. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, pull in. So this is all the action of the diaphragm. As I inhale, the diaphragm presses, it actually opens up. And then exhale, it relaxes and becomes concave. Inhale, diaphragm pressing. Exhale, diaphragm relaxing. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, so now we've got the movement of the abdomen in relation to our diaphragm. So our diaphragm is moving upwards as we exhale, moving downwards as we inhale. So what we want to really control is the action of the diaphragm on the exhale for Kapalabhati. So you can imagine your diaphragm is almost like a hot air balloon, the top of it. When we're exhaling, the top of the hot air balloon is completely concave. It's rounded, and there's a concave space that's created right inside your rib cage. And when you inhale, that balloon expands and opens and flattens. So now it's creating a vacuum to pull air into your lungs. Okay, so by controlling the pressing of air out, this natural breath in, the opening of the diaphragm, naturally brings air into the lungs. So you actually don't have to worry about inhaling. That may sound strange, but you don't have to worry about inhaling in this practice. We're only worrying about very sharp exhales. Okay, so we're just going to do a few just to feel it out to start. Place the hand on the belly. We'll inhale completely, and it'll be a very sharp exhale out the nose. And if you know Ujjayi breathing, the constriction at the back of the throat, you don't want that. You don't want to wheeze. You don't want to be feeling any sort of pressure in the throat in this. It's a very loose, calm, natural breath, but very sharp out the nose. It sounds like this. So I'll do one. That's one. So if you can do that as well, make sure you blow your nose first. Inhale, sharp out the nose. That's one. You'll feel the diaphragm press up. And so on, just like when we were inhaling and exhaling slowly, the exhale contracts the belly, but most importantly, what's happening is the diaphragm is pressing air out of the lungs. So let's do 3, just like this. So we inhale, exhale sharply. So that's 3, okay? 3 at a time. Let's move up to 5. So in rhythm, that's another part of this practice, is we want to stay in the rhythm, in the pace of our exhale. So every exhale, there's an equal amount of time between them. So we're going to take 5, and you can follow my breath as the cadence for your breath. And we'll do them actually a little bit slower than the 3 we did. So inhale. Let's do 5. Okay, there's 5. All right, you'll notice just by doing that, if you're only worried about the exhales, the inhales will take care of themselves. And that's really the part of the practice that makes this, makes it really powerful and gives you that feeling of lightness, of energy. Okay, so we're gonna start with a round of 20. And again, if you feel at all lightheaded, don't worry about it. I'm gonna do it with you, making sure that your exhales, your belly's contracting, and you're pressing air out of the lungs. Sometimes you can get reverse where your belly comes out while you're exhaling and then you inhale, the belly comes in. We want the belly in as we exhale. The filling of the belly will happen very naturally. So let's take our first 20 in rhythm, in pace. We'll do it together. So inhale completely. And we do 20. There you go. See how you feel. You're starting to feel the effects of the practice, the effects of the breathing. You should feel a little bit lighter, maybe a little bit more focused. Okay. The traditional practice is done with a breath retention after the Kapalabhati and the skull shining breathing technique. So you do however many you're going to do, then you completely exhale all the air out of your lungs, and then you fill up your lungs completely, and you hold at the top for some amount of time, okay? So we're gonna do 25 this time, 25 Kapalabhati breaths. We're gonna, on the last one, exhale all of the air out of our lungs, and then inhale, filling the lungs completely, and then we're gonna hold at the top for up to 10 seconds. I'll hold for 10 seconds, you hold until you feel comfortable, and then from there, your breathing pattern becomes regular, okay? So place the hand on the belly, making sure the exhales are associated with your contractions. Okay, so inhale fully, and 25. Exhale all the air. Inhale completely. Hold at the top. Let your breath be regular. Notice the effects. Feel what you feel. Okay. Last round here. We're going to move up to 30. Nothing different. At the end, we're going to exhale all the air out of our lungs. Inhale, fill the lungs completely. And then we're going to hold for up to 15 seconds. So 30 Kapalabhati breaths, up to 15 seconds holds at the end. That'll be our last practice. If you're already feeling good right now, feel free to turn this off, move on, all good. If you're feeling like you can use a little bit more energy, you want to take it a little bit more, let's do this. Hand to the belly. We're going to slow down our cadence this time, making sure the exhales are sharp and as complete as you can. Get as much air out of the lungs as you can on your exhales. The inhales will take care of themselves. All right, so fill your lungs completely. And for 30. On the 30th, exhale completely. Inhale completely. Holding for 15. Exhale. And let your breathing be natural. Take a moment. Consider your headspace. Where were you at the beginning of this practice and how you feel now? So, that's our practice for today. With Kapalabhati, there's always the option to continue to advance, increase in number, increase the length of hold towards at the end of your Kapalabhati breathing. It's a really nice practice to continue to do over time, always personalizing, always doing it in a way that never makes you feel overly lightheaded or uncomfortable. Never get to that point. Find a place where it feels productive, where it's doing what its purpose is, which is to give you more energy and to get you a little bit more focused in the moment. So I hope you feel more energized. I hope I kind of convinced you that this is a better choice sometimes than perhaps that cup of coffee, and definitely a great boost, a great energy provider. So thank you so much for your practice. I appreciate your time. Namaste.